Marriage without God and with God. Without God, marriage is a contract. With God, it's a covenant. Without God, it relies on your natural human abilities. With God, it relies on his supernatural grace. Without God, it's about your earthly happiness. But with God, it's about your earthly holiness and your eternal happiness. Fulton Sheen said it takes 3 to get married. You, your spouse, and God. And that kind of marriage will be really strong.
All right, there you go right there. All right, so let's put a poll up on this one right here. This woman says, and you see in her video right here, she says God is between a man, woman, and, sorry, did I get it right? Marriage is between man, woman, and God. All right, that's what she said right there. As you guys know, I say there's no God in marriage. There's absolutely no God in marriage in America. So this does sound decent. I appreciate this. I'm not to be pissing on religious people. Marriage is between man, woman, and God. All right. So shout out to you. As you guys know, there's no God in marriage. You're married the state. So if you agreed, you actually might be wrong, because marriage is man, woman, and the state. It's not God. All right. So if you get married in America, this is my lesson to you today, that marriage is between man, woman, and the state. It's not man, woman, and God. Now, you could have a religious ceremony, but the religious ceremony does not overpower the state. The state is who you ask to marry. You don't ask God. You get a marriage license through the state. When you get a divorce, you don't go to your church. You don't go to God. You go to the state. So you might have a covenant and you might invite God into your marriage, but Christians have just as high of a divorce rate than regular people. So secular people and Christians, divorces are almost on par. They're almost on par. There's no difference between Christian people divorced, because we're supposedly Christian country, if you will. Okay. There's no difference between the divorce rate of Christian people and secular people. They're almost on par. So if that's the case, you as a Christian, you can get divorced under the state. So the marriage is not between man, woman, and God. It is man, woman, and the state. All right. So yeah, you're going to have to, even if you agree with it, you got to disagree with what she's saying here, because she's not putting people in the best conversation right here. All right. She's not putting in the people, like she's not helping you avoid divorce. She's not helping you get helping you get your marriage right in the church, but the marriage can still falter outside of the church. You understand what I'm saying? Like in our world, she's saying that the Christian church makes your marriage stronger right there. And that kind of marriage will be really strong. Technically, no. It's almost at the same rate these type of marriages end in divorce. Right? That's not. So the truth is she's wrong. That's the truth. I mean, you can take it or leave it. But the truth is she's wrong. That doesn't make a stronger marriage. It should make a stronger marriage, but it doesn't.
Find me somewhere in the Bible or in these spiritual scriptures where it says that the government needs to sign off on you getting married.
Exactly.
Find that for me.
Yeah.
And then I'll comply. Are you married under God or are you married under the government? Do you want a third person in your relationship? And do you want them to tell you how to split your money if you end up splitting the relationship? Or do you want to make that decision on your own? The government wants to get involved in every part of your life. So the more you can keep them out of your life, the better. You don't need a government contract in order to stay loyal to somebody. So take that into consideration.
Why would I get married? Why?
Yeah.
There's no actual reason to get married. It can complicate things. I have some friends that just have a woman they love and they had kids and they just didn't get married. I find them happier than those that get married.
There's something about it. I don't know what it is, but I feel like once you put the marriage title on it, there's just this added pressure that like the relationship doesn't need.
Did you hear about this new food that like completely destroys sex drive in women?
No.
Wedding cake.
What's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore?
Marriage.
I mean, obviously marriage.
Marriage is a scam.
Marriage.
And I've decided that getting married is a scam.
A scam that's been around so long, we don't realize it's a scam. How about pretending like you don't want to get married because nobody wants to marry you? How about being able to petition for child support when the guy didn't want the kid in the first place? How about divorcing the guy and being able to take all of his assets? How about men having to pay just to take you out on a date? How about feminism? How about affirmative action? How about equal opportunity employment? How about Mother's Day? How about Valentine's Day, baby showers, monogamy, bachelorette parties, 50-50 partnerships, engagement parties? I mean, the list goes on, but there's nothing more ridiculous than women pretending that marriage doesn't benefit them in every single way.
You get married and you get a fun pamphlet. You just did the most legally significant thing you're ever gonna do other than die. And no one has explained any of it to you. People come into my office and they go, well, my retirement account, that's in my name. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's in your name. Okay, was it acquired during the marriage? Okay, she's got half of it. So they don't know that. Why? Because no one tells them that when they're getting married. All it is, you spend more time talking about the cake than you do talking about the fact that you just opted out of the title system. That's gigantic. You can't legally change the beneficiary of your life insurance, even to your children if you're married, without your spouse signing a consent to that. Elvis can marry you for $20 at a drive-through cathedral. And it's a legal status, a massive legal. You buy your spouse a Rolex, you bought yourself one half of a Rolex. People don't know that. They learn that for the first time in my office or in a courtroom. That's insane. Here's the problem with modern marriage from a man's perspective. Most of the marriages I know, okay, the man provides financially, he protects, taking care of kids, doing the things that he can do. What does the woman bring? She brings love, affection, a little bit of sweetness at the end of the day, sex. If you get divorced, every single thing on that side of the man equation, he can be compelled to do by the power of the state, and if he fails to do it, they can put him in jail. Nothing on that other side, the female side, is enforceable at law.